So if you haven't yet, I'd like you to just close those eyes as you prepare to center yourself. Find a place of inner balance where you're free to be yourself. And there's no need to try to do this right. No need to make an effort to win approval. No need to tell yourself off in a stern voice. Because this is just about opening up to who you are when you're free from those automated responses. And I'd like you to let that body rest in a comfortable position. And allow it to be relatively still so that you can become more and more absorbed within. And you can just begin to focus on the feeling of heaviness, a heaviness in the arms perhaps. And what would that feel like? As if those arms were made of something ever so heavy, like marble, a comfortable heaviness, encouraging you to sink, to feel that whole body sinking down. That's it. And you might not feel it instantly, all at once, but as you allow the idea of heaviness to become absorbed into the cells of those arms and of those legs, and as you allow each and every out-breath be an opportunity to sink a little deeper, that's it. You can just notice that you don't need to do anything at all. Because as I talk, your mind can make sense of these words, making the idea of heaviness in the arms and the legs even heavier still, and it can respond instinctively. And as you notice the sensation of whatever's supporting that body, and the sense of relaxation beginning in the facial muscles, that's it, and in the shoulders, that's it, you can allow yourself to begin to float down into a more grounded, body-centered position, like making friends with your own bodily intelligence. So many of us in this tech age can end up living in our heads, and we become out of tune with the rest and the needs of our bodies, our natural ability to relax, to take time out, the instinct to let yourself just be, here and now, without any of that hurrying or busyness, without any of that sense of obligation and judgment, just as every animal on the planet knows. It's sometimes time to be busy and active, but at other times it's just time to rest, to zone out and bask in the sun, or curl up somewhere and enjoy just being in the world. And what would it be like to really take the time to honour your place in this world you came out of and you're part of, where you have a right to be, acknowledging that this is your world as much as anyone else's, that you are unique, that the particular intersection of genetics, environment, childhood events, personality traits, formative experiences that make you up have never happened before in the universe and will never happen again. And there is something very precious about your life and the lives of others, even if you don't remember that at all times. And whatever mistakes human beings make, whatever their faults, every human being has their own unique story, their own unique strengths, their own unique value. And even if they haven't been able to fulfill their potential yet, even if they've done things they aren't proud of, their life is sacred. And even if they don't know their own value, their own potential, their capacity to love and to feel compassion for others, their capacity to create and add to the world, even if they don't notice the ways they have added to others' lives, or the strength and determination they have developed over the years. Their life remains sacred. And what would it be like to feel fully okay in yourself? To know you're okay, because there's a sense in which all those old script responses, like trying to placate and please people, revert into a fearful child, or trying to control and order people, revert into that inner chastising parent, are all driven by that desire to know that things are okay. That if you just pleased everyone, they would all like you and you would be okay. Or that if you just made everyone conform to how your inner rules say they should be, if they all did it properly as you told them, then all would be well, and you could relax and feel okay, and you'd be able to breathe a sigh of relief, the relief of knowing you're okay and all is well. And when a dog basks in the sunshine, it knows all is well, and it can feel okay. And when a tree stretches out its branches to the sky and sinks its roots deeper into the ground, it knows all is well, and it can feel okay as a natural way of being. And there have been moments in your life, whether you fully noticed them or not, when you've forgotten about any worries, perhaps on a wonderful holiday or lost in a great movie or book, and you enjoyed your natural state of feeling okay, of knowing all is well, and you can relax. And what would it be like to feel this state more often? And I'd like you to notice for a moment the sort of situation where you might revert to a childlike way of being, inappropriately, perhaps a feeling of sulking or wanting approval, perhaps a sense of giving up or having a tantrum. And you might not do these things to an extreme degree, but there are times in all our lives when we get unhelpfully childish. And how does that feel? How does your voice sound? How does your posture change as you sink into that scripted, automatic, childish role? And then I'd like you to step out of that script and see that role as a capacity that's within you, but it's not you, yourself. You are more than that. And in some context, that childlike energy can be very positive. A childlike playfulness can enrich your relationships and your enjoyment of life. But here, in the situation you were just exploring, that childish behavior isn't helpful. And what would it be like to take a step back and let yourself relax into remembering your own worth and the worth of whoever else is involved behind any disagreement or injustices in the situation, and to act like a sensible adult in the situation, to feel grounded and centered, and hear your voice tone become calmer and more adult. That's it. And as you feel that grounding energy, how can you respond differently in that situation, knowing that whatever challenges are occurring at a deeper level, you can relax and deal with the situation practically and to the best of your abilities. That's it. And that's good. And on another occasion, You might have found a sense of self-righteousness, of judgment, of insisting that someone should follow your advice, when in retrospect, you can recognize you were being overzealous, as if a force of needing to be right and needing for people to obey was fueling your anger and self-certainty, causing you to act out a programmed script. Without really knowing why you were doing it, and what would it be like to step out of that script and see that energy, that need to fix, to control, to make things well over there. And once again, you can just notice how that energy has its place in your life. Sometimes it's valuable to offer advice, and if a child is about to stick his hand on a hot stove, that advice needs to be fast and firm. But in this context of your life, that domineering parent energy is inappropriate. It's an unhelpful habit. And what would it be like to relax into that grounded, rooted sense of remembering that you're okay, that the other person is okay deep down. Whatever the surface disagreement, it's okay to feel grounded and calm and respect the worth of that person and of yourself. And you can just notice how that scene plays out differently when you can behave from your calm, grounded, adult self. And you can listen to this session regularly and deepen your skills at centering and grounding yourself in the here and now each time you do, as you prepare to become wide awake. That's it. By noticing the position of your body and the sensation of the surface you're resting on. And as you reorientate to this present moment and to your surrounding, you can just come all the way back up. That's it. And as you open your eyes, you might enjoy a nice stretch. And welcome back.